Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
In my book, I have some rules that I wrote called the Workman's Rules. And the idea here, as fellow workmen on the temple, is that if we have rules amongst each other about how we'll operate, we'll better be able to do so in a way that doesn't sort of step on each other's toes and or cause discontent or discord in some capacity. So I want to go through these rules, and we're going to do this probably as a multi-week series. We'll keep flexibility in mind in the event that something comes up. But today we want to talk about rule 1, which is always spread the cement, right? What we mean by this is try and spread the cement of brotherly love. We're not talking about really behaving in a way that is corrective. When we talk about spreading cement, we're talking about being kind in a lot of ways, about understanding that cohesion is more important in a lot of cases than correctness. And so if you've ever been in this situation, God knows I have been, where you are sitting there and somebody says something in a conversation that is factually inaccurate. They are wrong. There is very few things that are as difficult to deal with as someone else saying something that is incorrect. And so there are things you can do as you rein yourself in to essentially understand that they may have been wrong about a fact. They may have been wrong about a situation or the details of a situation. But if it's not germane to the overall point that they're making, then correcting them actually doesn't spread the cement, right? It doesn't help. And so when we talk about spreading the cement of brotherly love, using the trowel to do so, where we favor cohesion over correcting others or overall correctness, what I'm not suggesting is that we abandon sort of rationality for the sake of kumbaya fraternalism. What I am suggesting, however, is that more often than not, a lot of the details that we will spend correcting each other over, spend time, spend energy, actually erode the relationship and erode trust. And everyone that I know has done this once or twice in their life. I struggle with it on the regular. When I hear something that is not quite right, I tend to clench up, and it is like a ticking time bomb until I'm just like, well, actually. And so this kind of stuff, and we'll talk about this over the course of this week, these misapplications of the trowel, about trying to correct or fix or repair in situations that really are all about you. So when I try and correct or fix or repair, more often than not, again, if it's not material to the argument, if it's not important to the outcome, I am largely trying to essentially show off that I know a thing, or that I am trying to educate in some way and take on that role, and in that way self-aggrandize. I mean, it doesn't, the mechanics of this are going to be different on a person by person basis. So my struggles and how I struggle to correct folks, and your struggles and how you might struggle with this as a thing, that might have different causes, and that's okay. But understanding that there's not always a time and place for this, or that the use of this kind of desire to teach and educate can often be weaponized and actually erode the relationship, is the key part of always spread the cement, right? When we talk about doing this, we're really talking about the relationship and maintaining the quality of that relationship, the high value of trust, is worth more in the long run than being immediately correct sometimes in the short run. And so we'll talk a little bit more again over the next couple of days about these little moment by moment decisions that we make that have the opposite of intended effect when it comes to spreading this cement. There's lots of these little things we do, and we'll get into them starting more tomorrow.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at masonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.